which one can artfully get the person more freedom? Bitcoin. Which style has proven to be the best over time? And that is, drum roll, dollar cost averaging. On average, no pun intended, dollar cost averaging, especially during the bear cycle of Bitcoin, statistically makes the person wealthier at the end of the 4-year cycle, makes the person have more Bitcoin, guaranteed to have more Bitcoin at the end of the four-year cycle. Now, lump sum investing has its benefits as well. Lump sum comes into play when you have more than you are weekly dedicating to Bitcoin. You get a payment from someone that owed you money, and you don't need this to live your life on a day-to-day basis. You want that in Bitcoin. This person finally paid their debt to you. You want that in Bitcoin. What's better to do? Dollar cost average it in or dump it in? Studies have shown dumping the lump sum in wins, in that case, over dollar cost averaging. That studies have proven that you wind up better off dumping it all in one moment, one time, one price, one day, one instant. In, and you're done. Now, some might be saying, well, Oliver, this sort of goes against what you just said. You just said that dollar cost averaging statistically shows that the person at the end of 4 years consistently will always have more Bitcoin. Then how can lump summing in at one price beat that if dollar cost average, if you just said dollar cost averaging is superior? Well, you see, dollar cost averaging is the best when you are using a percentage of your mined dollars, your mined fiat, to go in weekly. That is the approach. Lump summing is better when you have more than that weekly amount. So what I mean is this. There are some people that say, I don't want to do weekly, Oliver. I'm going to save up my dollars for the next several months and then lump sum in. No, that is what is inferior to doing it every week. So let's say, for instance, you have two people here. You've got two people. Both are going to put $100 a week of their income into Bitcoin. I mean, both of them are going to put let's just say $2,000 into Bitcoin. Both of them are going to put $2,000 into Bitcoin. One of them is going to put the $2,000 in as they earn an income, and they're going to put it in $100 a week at a time. As they make income, they put $100 a week at a time. That's Bitcoiner number one. Bitcoiner number two says, I'm going to take the $100 and save it in my checking account or in my savings account or in my money market account. I'm going to save the $100 up every single week until I get $2,000. And when I have $2,000, I'm going to lump sum in. No. That does not beat the Bitcoiner 2 will wind up with less statistically than Bitcoiner 1, who says, no, I'm doing it every single week. I'm not going to wait for my cash levels to get hefty and then put the hefty amount in. No. So dollar cost averaging that $2,000 in as you're earning it will statistically outperform the one that's going to save up their dollars first until they have a decent $2,000 to lump sum in. No. So in those two instances, the dollar cost averager wins. When does the lump sum investor win? The lump sum investor wins this way. They get this lump sum all of a sudden. Okay? They get this lump sum all of a sudden. There are two, let's go back to the example. Bitcoiner 1 and Bitcoiner 2, they get a lump sum of $2,000 at the same time. Bitcoiner 1 decides that I'm going to lump sum the $2,000 in. I wasn't expecting this 2,000. I don't need it. All right. I'm going to just drop it into Bitcoin right now, today. Boom, smash buy. That's Bitcoiner 1. Bitcoiner 2 got a $2,000 unexpected lump sum too. Bitcoiner 2 also wants the $2,000 in, but he's concerned with the price volatility. So he says, I'm going to actually ease the $2,000 in $100 a week at a time. No, the lump sum Bitcoiner in that instance statistically wins. All right. So I want you to understand, you have to, I don't want you to get confused. It's somewhat similar, but the scenarios are quite different. If you're sitting on cash that you intend to deploy, but you're trying to ease it in, that will not over time get you more Bitcoin than dumping the whole amount now. Doesn't matter now. Okay? But dollar cost averaging wins if you're earning weekly and you're putting in weekly versus earning weekly, saving up, and then putting in a lump sum after you've saved up. The dollar cost averager wins in that scenario. All right. So lump sum has its specialty. It is king of extra lump sum cash that I have available now. I'm not breaking this up. I'm not easing in. I'm a Bitcoiner. Bitcoin is freedom. I don't want freedom in pieces. I want it all now. Boom, all in. But if I'm going to earn dollars every week, I'm going to get some Bitcoin every week. That's the winner there.